You're watching Nike EYBL Scholastic at Spire Academy here on League Ready. A snowy morning here in Northeast Ohio as we get ready for the home team at Spire Academy to take the floor for the first time in a couple days. The number 4 team in the country on their home court, taking on a Lehigh team from Brookville, New York. Lehigh's won 3 straight. Spire Academy's won 4 in a row. So this is maybe one of the best matchups we've seen so far over the last 72 hours. 2 teams that are red hot. Spire Academy just about at the top, only trailing a Montverde team they lost to a few weeks ago, and taking on a Lehigh team inside that top 5 that qualify for the league tournament. Happy Sunday morning to you, wherever you're tuning in from. He's Trey Epps, I'm Max Toma, and we'll start with the Spire Academy side because, I mean, we talked about Friday, Aiden Durkat coming into this game because he was coming off a triple-double, and then he went out, balled out 20 points. He brought some fiery energy, too.
Yeah, I mean, he's a triple-double watch waiting to happen. I mean, Aiden Durkat can do it all. He can shoot the basketball, he can slash, he can get to the painted area, he plays with the high IQ, he can pass, he can play in transition. Dude, a guy for me that's just really underrated and off the radar a little bit.
And then Jamal McKnight really was the guy who was the catalyst for Lehigh yesterday. Had some incredible moments. 5 of 6 from 3, had 25 points. Yep. He missed some free throws. He had a late turnover there, but he was still the star in their close win.
Yeah, he's the go-to guy. He's the start of the engine for this team. I mean, he's the guy that's they're gonna put the ball in his hands. He's gonna play in pick and roll. Does a really good job of playing with pace. Has a great burst and can really shoot the ball. Hit 5 threes yesterday.
We've got some stars out here in this opener of our doubleheader. That's for certain. And for Lehigh, here's how they will size up. It's 2 teams with the same starting 5s we saw last time out. And Caden Allen's a guy who can go off at any time. And Musa Kamasoko quietly, 13 points, 9 rebounds, 6 assists. Did all that on just 6 field goal attempts a day ago. A guy who's always a menace in transition when they run the fast break, and they do that frequently. And for Spire on the other side, King Gibson. I mean, Terrell Davis really shined out a couple days ago. He had 10, 6, and 8.
Yeah, I mean, he's a guy that's definitely capable, smaller guard, but he does a really good job of setting the table up for his teammates and is a big pass on the defensive end as well.
Spire will have a much more sizable backcourt in this matchup. You got Howell and McKnight, the 2 guards, coming in at 5'10". Could be some mismatches for the likes of a King Gibson. Like Davis controls the tip. Here's Kamasoko right off the jump, and one after 4 seconds. Happy Sunday morning, Musa Kamasoko, the junior from Brooklyn.
I mean, he's a guy, good luck guarding him in transition in the open floor. And I don't know if this is even considered transition because it's off a tip ball, but he's so athletic, plays above the rim, finishing through contact on that one.
I thought this yesterday. I don't think you can qualify it as fast break points. So we saw the dunk yesterday from Katz. Davis bats this back. Caden Allen wide open. Triggers the 3, no good. There's Davis again. He did not score yesterday. Didn't get major minutes in that starting rotation at the 5 spot. But already this is a strong start for a Lehigh team that was crushed on the offensive glass yesterday. Caden Allen, no. Another offensive rebound. They had 4 yesterday, and they gave up 20. Caden Allen from the corner. How about a 5-point possession, first possession of the game?
And numerous offensive rebounds in one possession. And Caden Allen has struggled to shoot the basketball, 1 of 8 over his last 3 games. He missed the first one there, but confidently knocking it down in the left corner.
Minus 16 on the offensive glass yesterday. Already some offensive rebounds in this one. That foul went against Peyton Howell. Durkat cutting all the way in. And that is Howell again. He going to get Kamasoko with the first foul, but that's 2 quick ones in just 46 seconds against Lehigh. Durkat, the Providence commit, who's a 4-star senior from Colonia, New Jersey. At 18, 10, and 10 2 games ago, and then 20 points last time out on Friday. And you were really impressed with his performance in that 32-point win versus Katz Academy.
I mean, you could make the argument over the last few games, he's been the best player on both ends of the floor for this Spire team.
And that says a lot, because this team is just oozing and popping with talent across the board. Quarter court pressure. McKnight tries to break it down. Davids comes down with the lob and finishes it home. And an early timeout for Spire. Who's going to come out with more energy?
Right,
He's always big in a morning game on a weekend. And it's been Lehigh quick out of the game.
I'm sure that's something that both teams have talked about coming into this one. Is in these morning games, it's so important to start of this game as we take another look, beating the pressure. Great job of Davids, sticking with it, keeping that ball high and finishing off two.
Great composure. At just 2 points in 8 minutes a day ago. And even with the pressure there, as we take a look at tonight's Chipotle Players Spotlight and Jamal McKnight Jr. Burrito with white rice and chicken. Not a lot going on in that burrito, but it's a staple. He's got the bag of chips. You know, nobody ever mentions the drink. This is really your complete meal, which somehow we rarely see. Because you got to have the drink in there, too.
Yeah, I wonder what drink. You know, because you got that like little lemonade triage going on at Chipotle, where you got like the watermelon limeade, you got the berry. So I wonder if that's what he elects to go to with that drink order.
I put the blue Powerade in there too. Always a good move. At the soda fountain. McKnight, he was an absolute star. 25 points on 5 of 6 shooting from deep. He's only 2 of 8 from inside the perimeter. That was something you pointed out. Kind of struggled as he got closer to the bucket. He's also 6 of 10 from the free throw line. That did include some late misses, though, in the final minute. They were just barely clinging on by the end. They won by 2. Miles is at the free throw line. The intentional miss. They just couldn't get the tip back in. A good backdoor cut. King Gibson got stripped on the way up by McKnight, but a reach-in foul.
One of the things that Lehigh is going to do is they're going to pressure the basketball on the ball and off the ball. One pass away, they're going to deny. So the way to counteract that pressure is to backdoor, to make sure to set up your cuts. And that was a great job there. King Gibson did a nice backdoor cut and drawing the foul.
Been mighty efficient. 12 points. And just 6 shots at 5 assists. It was a perfect 6 of 6 from the free throw line on Friday night. Got offers from Michigan and South Carolina, Virginia Tech, tons of Power 4 schools. I mean, A&M, West Virginia, Wake Forest, Penn State, Notre Dame, Alabama, a few more in the SEC too. A great weekend of basketball here in Northeast Ohio, but a great weekend of college hoops. Had some thrillers yesterday. Terrific matchups. I mean, how often are you going to get a Saturday in late February with all top 4 teams in the country squaring off against each other? Allen drives, fades. That's a tough look. Good defense and contest from Gibson. Spire has looked much more in control since the timeout. Step back from Bowie. Splashed it home.
How about that pace from Bowie as well? In transition, played under control, and it was the change of pace I felt like that got him free for that mid-range jump shot in transition.
Just 2 for 8, 7 points on Friday for the Alabama commit. Howell gets doubled. Tomasoko turns it over. In transition, Durkak from the wing. It's well off. This game could be played with some tremendous pace. There are some freakishly quick athletes out there on the court. Tomasoko dribbles through the legs, spinning in the lane. Just out of control. A bailout whistle.
The Spire defense is just on a string. First thing they do a great job of is guarding the ball. They keep the ball in front, but even if they do get beat, especially if they have a disadvantage on the backside if they're hard hedging on pick and roll, they do a great job on the weak side, executing, being able to get out to shooters, to guard the roller, rotating on defense.
That's like a warning to the Lehigh bench to get some guys back in their seats. They are bringing the intensity early. Allen spinning in the lane. And does not get the friendly bounce. A race to the other end of the floor. Coast to coast for the and one. Terrell Davis with his first points of the day.
You mentioned Davis, the day that he came off of a couple days ago. That's just a great job in transition, playing off of 2 feet, utilizing the upper body strength to carve out position to get to the left side of the basket.
5 for 10 point guard. He's got 11 rebounds combined in his last 2 games. That's a lot for this team on both ends of the floor. Spire up by a deuce. And a travel. Second turnover for Lehigh in the first 3 minutes. Davis turning the corner. Kicks out Purr. He's fouled on the floor by Davids.
Great job of Purr kind of shaping up into the open area after setting that screen on the pick and roll action. Made himself readily available off the dribble drive.
This will be free throws. Chance to extend a 7-0 run over the last minute and 46 seconds. Purr was held without a bucket, without a point yesterday. Was only 0 of 1 from the floor. Did miss a couple free throws. Some 60% from the line on the season. But does extend the run. 8-0. It's a 7-2 start for Lehigh. Kevin Boyle in his first year with Spire Academy had to call timeout. But a different looking team since then on the court. Splitting the double, but a foul before any potential travel.
And I like what Coach Boyle did defensively is he got his team in kind of in a 3-quarter court press to kind of bring up the energy of this Spire club. Came out a little bit flat.
Allen to the wing for Proctor, who drills the 3. Christian Proctor, the junior from Baltimore.
Proctor is shooting the ball at 39%. One of the few consistent shooters for this Lehigh team, although Lehigh did shoot 7 of 11 in their win yesterday.
The worst 3-point shooting team in the Nike EYBL Scholastic. Good find and quickly up with it to score his first bucket of the weekend is Charles Purr.
Great patience from Bowie off that pick and roll action. Kept the dribble alive, extended the big out, and waited to read the backside help. No help was there and was able to drop it off for the easy deuce.
Proctor at 1 point had 4 fouls yesterday, but he could get some major minutes.
Yeah.
With their lack of size on the wings in this game. A 3-and-D guy, Caden Allen. Way off the mark with the air ball. Slow start for Allen, 0 of 2 in the first 4.5 minutes. So Lehigh's coming off wins versus Cats Academy, Oak Hill. And they beat TCA 67-65. Almost let that one slip into cracks yesterday. 4 straight wins for this Spire team as Purr powers it up and down. Draws the foul against Omar Essam. And it's been a great first quarter so far for Charles Purr.
And again, it's being able to know where to shape up. You see this dribble drive from Davis, and then the help comes, and to give yourself a little bit of space so that Davis can make that drop-off pass. Because if you're too close in that situation, then the big and Eason can play too. That was a great job of spacing out to that short corner so that pass could be dropped off.
Purr's got a game-high 6 points. His last 2 games combined, 2 total. This is a very deep Spire Academy team. 13-3 run after the 7-2 start. That was tipped though, so it won't be another turnover.
The Spire team that forced 19 turnovers in their last game against Cats. So if you're Lehigh, you got to understand that this team in Spire is very sound, very aggressive defensively. It's very important to put extra emphasis on taking care of the basketball.
First 19 turnovers, and they only gave up a field goal percentage of 29%. They were suffocating versus Cats a couple days ago. That clock dwindling. Allen lost it. Restart back up top with Proctor. Howell's going to have to hoist. Off to the right as Purr corrals the rebound. All starts on the defensive end for the Spire team. They're so locked in step. Fundamentally sound defense, and pick your poison on this end. Taurus Bowie going to pull off the deep 2. That's short, and it'll go the other way.
That's one of the things. If you can make this Spire team a three-point shooting team, especially contested like that, you can have some success guarding them in the half court. This Spire team, these are the 2 technically worst shooting three-point teams in the Scholastic League, and they don't take or make a ton of threes.
That's off the mark. What about shooting start for both teams? That miss from Bowie was just the second missed field goal attempt for Spire in the opening quarter. And all the way in, the sky's clear for King Gibson.
Great job of Gibson attacking the hard hedge coverage of Lehigh. Sometimes you want to hit that retreat drill, but sometimes if you know you have that angle to get around, we take another look at it here. You just attack it straight on, attack straight to that hip. And then there's no weak side defense for Lehigh, and Gibson's hanging on rims.
Is that just poor communication between SM and Kamasonko, or what happened on that screen?
Well, I think it's a poor edge. You know, you got to get, if you're going to hard hedge, you got to really get out there and not allow the ball handler to turn the corner. And it's hard, though, in transition situations like that. It's a secondary transition look where the defense isn't really set yet. The ball's being brought down at great pace.
Lehigh Nationals coming up the first 4 days of the month of April at Hamilton Southeastern High School down in Fishers, Indiana. There's just 1 day of EYBL Scholastic games remaining in the regular season coming to you next weekend. But these are all important ones in the build-up for Chipotle Nationals. Just a little over a month, about a month and a week away. This is when you want to be playing your best and starting to peak. And Spire, they shot 59.5% 2 games ago versus Oak Hill, and 55.5% a couple days ago. So efficient on offense. They just stymie you defensively. I wonder what was said. You'd love to be a fly on the wall for what Kevin Boyle had to say after that initial early timeout. Howell lost it on the way up. Davis goes the other way. Doesn't have numbers. It all the way in. Nash dribble, kicks it back out to the reverse corner, cutting all the way in for the dunk. Count it! And the foul for Taurus Bowie.
And that was a great job of Bowie. He started his drive before the ball touched his hands. It's kind of called a stampede drive. You say it again. That's a great job of Davis, but the drive has started. The momentum to the basket has started before the ball touched his hands. That gave him the angle to get downhill, and that explosiveness, it's almost impossible to keep him off the rim.
Court awareness and vision from Darrell Davis.
Yeah.
You just love that. As soon as you take your foot off the gas, it looks like, hey, where's he going to go? He's looking away from the basket at the elbow, and then just shoots it across the opposite way. What a great find.
It's like that Steve Nash dribble where you dribble underneath the basket. You don't have anything. You don't have to make a pass. You can keep the ball, and then a lot of times everybody's still in help side position as you're dribbling the ball out, and you'll see something on the weak side.
It looks like initially they said and one. The bucket did not count, and both free throws were missed by Bowie, so it is an empty trip down the floor. McKnight hasn't done much in the early stages, but a crafty finish with the left hand. That gets him on the board. His first points, his first field goal attempt comes 6.5 minutes in.
His ability to change speeds, to go from first gear to fifth gear, is so impressive.
Davis driving, trying to do it himself this time. Such a good job of creating contact. 5'10" junior. He's a top 30 point guard in the junior class. We've seen some great guards on display this weekend.
Yeah.
Today we've got some undersized ones out there that can really play. Davis, McKnight, and Howell, all 5'10". These are tough kids.
They are, and they're well coached too. I mean, in terms of the skill level, the IQ, the maturity that's in their game, just the gamesmanship overall. So you'll see talented guards that aren't thinking about the team and about winning. That's not the case here. And this tournament, and for the most part, a lot of the Scholastic guards.
Lead has grown to 7. Kamisoko got started a little early. A little aftermath, too. Bit of a trip. Just coming together of feet between Kamisoko and Durkak.
Yeah, but I mean, on that one, Durkak slapped the ball out of his hands, and you see Coach Boyle talking to him like, what are you doing, man? Because you can't slap the ball out of somebody's hands after the whistle's being blown. It's not your ball to get in that situation, so an unnecessary extracurricular play from Aiden Durkak.
Certainly saw some intensity after the whistle in Spire Academy's last game on Friday. Davis gets the layup to go.
And I'd imagine they're going to continue going to that pick and roll action for Davis and letting him attack downhill, either to create for himself or create for others. Beautiful take there.
Got a game-high 7 now in this first quarter. They were down 7-2, and now they lead by 9. Oh, great body control. Stopped on a dime. Missed the step back. Not much of a different shot clock, game clock, but Proctor's going to go early anyways. And now Spire can hold. They've made 5 of their last 6 shots. The 19-5 run. Big Gibson's got 6 points. Who's perfect from the floor so far. Gibson splits the double team. Less than 6 to go. Fumbles it away though. Caden Allen, good if it goes. Bank job does not go down. Lehigh had a great start. He brought this spark. It led to an early Kevin Boyle timeout. But Spire figured it out and went on a big run over the last 6+ minutes to take a 9-point lead after the first quarter. Nike EYBL Scholastic is brought to you by Nike. Just do it. And delivered by Chipotle. Real ingredients, real flavor. Chipotle for real. 8 minutes gone by here in Ohio.
Introducing Chipotle's new high-protein menu with real chicken, grilled fresh, no antibiotics, no fillers, ever. Starting at $3.50, packed with protein, Chipotle's new high-protein menu is real protein you want to eat. Chipotle, for real.
If there's one thing I've learned in 23 seasons, don't be afraid of rejection. It's the greatest teacher of all time.
Introducing Chipotle's new high-protein menu with real chicken, grilled fresh, no antibiotics, no fillers, ever. Starting at $3.50, packed with protein, Chipotle's new high-protein menu is real protein you want to eat. Chipotle, for real.
Kevin Boyle and Spire going to work here on this Sunday morning. What a great stretch it's been, not just over the last handful of minutes, but over the last couple of weeks. Wins for St. James, TCA, Oak Hill, Cats, and we're trying to add a 5th straight W. Take down Lehigh. Finish off this weekend, and he celebrated Senior Day a couple days ago. So they're very thrilled to be back at home and playing some Nike EYBL Scholastic games in front of friends and family. To conclude the season on a strong note. Last game of the regular season next week. This is a team that certainly you could guess will be there come April 4th in the Chipotle Nationals championship game. Number 4 team in the country. Gets it inside for Bowie. Going to work in the paint. Made some contact there, leaned in, didn't get the foul call. Shot clock resets.
So now Lehigh's in a little bit of a zone to try to slow down this high-powered Spire Academy offense.
Spire is shooting at 70% at this juncture. Davis going to line it up from way downtown. Oh, and he got it. Terrell Davis having himself a day. Already 10 points in not even 9 minutes.
Coming into this one, he was only 4 of 21 from 3.
He is feeling the confidence right now. Hayden Allen, strong take, gets the bounce, bucket and the foul.
Nice little hezzy from Allen into a Euro step. Finishing through the contact there. Look here, this is an NBA range 3 against the zone. If you got to be a little bit careful if you're Spire, not falling in love with that 3-point shot, or at least try to get some dribble penetration and paint touches before shooting those threes.
Does that do anything to John Buck's idea of deploying the zone here?
No, you still got to go with the numbers. I mean, this is a Spire team. That's the one weakness, is they don't make a ton of threes. So you got to try to see if they make a few to take you out of it.
A lot of work around the perimeter. Shot clock down to 10. Davis stumbled. Bowie's going to let it fly, and he hits a 3 as well. Taurus Bowie, his first points of the day. And when the threes are falling for Spire, they're almost unbeatable. Back-to-back threes against the zone. Biggest lead of the day so far. David's down the baseline. Oh, great contest from Durkak. He came away with it too, and then he throws it off the back of the backboard.
How about that play from Durkak? You help on the dribble drive and then get back into the play and go completely vertical to avoid the foul. Yeah, that's textbook defense.
Kawasako taking it right to Durkak with a smooth finish.
Nice retreat dribble from Kamisoko to get Durkak to relax a little bit, and then it's the re-attack with that left hand who's able to carve out that angle.
Bowie trying to go all the way in. The right-handed finish on the left side won't fall. He was fouled. And some contact to look towards maybe the face area of King Gibson, who went down in a heap.
Seeing the wingspan of Bowie, I mean, how much ground he covered as he went up for that layup to extend with the right hand on that left side. That's showing you the athleticism put on display.
Yeah, he's listed at 6'6". We don't have the wingspan in front of us. I would imagine it's much
like
longer.
A 7-foot wingspan for sure.
And the wingspan is crazy, and you mentioned the long strides. I mean, he is a smooth driver, and when that train's coming down the tracks, I think you want to just get out of the way. Yeah, struggled today, certainly from the free throw line, though. Just 1 for 4. Allen lost control. Gibson the other way, and uncharacteristically threw it behind the intended target. 4th turnover of the day for Spire. They had 12 on Friday, but forced 19. They won by 32 and only shot at 28% from deep. It has been tough sledding for this Lehigh offense. Kawasako from the corner. That's too strong. Proctor keeps it alive. They reload with Allen on the wing. And Durkak is there to pick up the rebound. That's his 3rd. Quickly the other way. Bowie looking for his 2nd triple. Never gun shy. Well, there's not many guys on the floor for either team are going to be gun shy at any time. Coach Boyle out there almost on the floor playing defense. Kawasako driving on Durkak again. And this time, where does it chip to the charity stripe?
That was a good job with Durkak, giving Kamisoko a lot of space as he began to make his move on that one-on-one attack. But really good job of Kamisoko seeking out contact on that low pickup. You see a lot of players utilize. A lot of times you don't even see them make moves anymore. You watch a guy like AJ DeMonsa, it's just always that low pickup into the long 2 steps. That's exactly what Kamasoko did there and draw the foul.
It was brilliant last night. That big BYU win at home versus Iowa State. Well, a game they kind of needed to have to get things going back in the right direction. Team with obviously battled some injuries, and there are some stud freshmen in this collegiate class right now.
And I think you got to give a lot of credit to things like the Nike EYBL Scholastic. Now, not every player comes from this league, but a handful of them do. And you're playing in a college-like environment that prepares you for the collegiate ranks when you play at these prep schools.
We talked about it yesterday with OTL and David Johnson. How good is that kid going to be?
Yeah.
Not only continuing to develop individually, but playing against this type of competition for 4 years as Durkak gets the 3 to go. His first triple. Coming off that 20-point outing. He's been absolutely brilliant the last 2 games. Kamasoko giving some space this time. Going to pull up. And that's good scouting report defense from Durkak. Bowie splits 2. Gibson penetrates. Durkak again, this time with the air ball.
Thought he could have shot fake and probably got straight to the rim if he would have drove that ball to the basket.
Felt a little rushed. Durkak goes down, no call. And a smooth mid-range game from Musa Kamasoko.
Kamasoko showing you that he's a little bit more than just a guy that can get out in transition and be an athlete. He's done some damage in the half court here early in this first half.
Much more heavily involved in the half court than what we've seen. They have needed the scoring. Down by 10 here in the first half. Davis with 10 points, spinning, floats it up with the right hand. Too strong. Durkak there, bucket, and the foul. Durkak up to 7 points.
And that's almost like an assist for Davis, because even though he didn't make the layup, he drew 3 guys to him. As you look at it again, you got 3 guys with their eyes on the ball and trying to come over to help, and that leaves everybody on the weak side to run to the basket, the offensive rebound, and Durkak taking advantage of it.
This is the free throw. Just 8 for 13 from the line so far, but 13 attempts compared to Lehigh's 3. They have been the more assertive team. Kamasoko coming off some screens. Rejected away off the backboard from Purr. Durkak the other way with the flush. Oh, that was scintillating basketball end to end. Hayden Allen trying to separate with that offhand. Purr picks up the foul, and will send Allen to the line.
That's why it's so important to play off of 2 feet. You see here, Kamasoko, you get a Spanish pick and roll. You know, to have some more control and sense where the shot blocker is coming from, you got to play off 2 feet, but that's great timing. And then how about that advanced pass from Davis against the defense with that left hand to hit Durkak right in rhythm for the 2-hand dunk.
Hayden Allen had 14 points yesterday, but was only 4 of 13 from the floor. Averages just under 16 points a game. The first miss from the line for Lehigh today. Since that timeout, after the first couple of minutes, it has been all Spire Academy. So patient and pragmatic in their approach. Oh, a great find. King Gibson with the dime. And another easy bucket for Durkak. Kamasoko in rhythm, no. Bowie flying down the court. Proctor now. Contested putback, no. Another try for Hayden Allen. This time gets the bucket and the harm.
And showing a little bit of emotion after badly missing the first attempt, but credit to Allen for sticking with it, and seemed like he was keen on getting to that left side of the basket. I thought he probably could have just laid it up right in front of the basket.
Diverts the 3-point play. Takes the deficit down to 12. Durkak this time spinning and fading away. Burke got his hands on it, but could not control it.
That was the same set that was run there, where you screen out the middleman, you get an overload on the right side, and try to get an easy look for Durkak. That was a better job of Esom not being screened so easily, so that forced Durkak to go to the free throw line instead of get a layup.
You know, like, there's a turnover. There's a 2 line of the mark for Bowie to bring back in play. But Purr picked up that foul, that Kanan Allen and one. That was Purr's 4th foul. He is still out there.
Sheesh.
2 minutes left in the first half. That foul trouble that kind of came out of nowhere. Usually splits time at the 5 with Ronaldo Comlin. Then 12 and 5 a couple days ago. Durkak just flings it forward. Bowie's got it. Gets the bucket and the foul. Oh, the acrobatics in midair. Terrific from Taurus Bowie.
You're not going to find much better sequences than this. This is just great defense, making the read on the between the legs move, and then the throw from behind the back on your knees, and then Bowie finishing through contact. That was a tremendous sequence.
That might have been a backwards pass and then a backwards finish. Looking away from the bucket for Bowie and for Durkak. That was something else. You mentioned Durkak always being a potential triple-double threat. He's got 9, 4, and 3 with a buck 40 left in this first half.
How many people Gene had to call?
They've hit 4 of their last 5 shots. Spire is shooting 67% from the field, and they're 3 of 4 from deep. Also made a ton of trips to the free throw line, 14 attempts. Peyton Howell with a good answer. They need to close out this strong with a quality last 90 seconds. Lehigh trying to get back in the locker room and keep this thing somewhat close.
Yeah, I think the goal is try to put it within single digits. You're Lehigh.
We need a stop here. Bowie bounce pass inside. Ronaldo Comlin with the calm finish. They're just getting layups and open threes. Kanan Allen draws it to. That's some wild on the layup attempt. 21 points in the first quarter, 21 points in the second quarter. Remember when I said on Friday they had 20 points in back-to-back quarters and then 20 in the fourth?
Just consistent.
So consistent. It is crazy. Proctor irate. Whistle went against him. That's a foul. But not yet free throws. So with the reset shot clock, they can virtually hold for the final one. And Daco Green will check out. They'll bring back in the point guard, Terrell Davis. Daco Green was brilliant 2 days ago. 4 of 4 from the floor, 8 points in just 11 minutes. We'll salt this thing down. And what a response after a slow start out of the shoot. Ronaldo Comlin hands it off to Gibson. Good feet for Proctor. Tough shot comes up short. 2.1 to go, though.
You could hear a coach from Lehigh screaming, going right, going right, going right. And that was a great job there of not allowing him to get downhill with the right hand so easily as they cleared that whole side out. You have all the help going if you send him back to the left.
Al gets it right back, gets it off in time. Comes up short on the heave. Spire led by 9 after 1. Put up 21 points exactly in the first quarter and in the second. The number 4 team in the country, led by head coach Kevin Boyle, leads by 15 on their home floor halfway through game 1 of our Sunday doubleheader.
Introducing Chipotle's new high-protein menu with real chicken, grilled fresh, no antibiotics, no fillers, ever. Starting at $3.50, packed with protein, Chipotle's new high-protein menu is real protein you want to eat. Chipotle, for real.
If there's one thing I've learned in 23 seasons, don't be afraid of rejection. It's the greatest teacher of all time.
Introducing Chipotle's new high-protein menu with real chicken, grilled fresh, no antibiotics, no fillers, ever. Starting at $3.50, packed with protein, Chipotle's new high-protein menu is real protein you want to eat. Chipotle, for real.
You're watching Nike EYBL Scholastic at Spire Academy on League Ready. Our third and final day here from Northeast Ohio. Game one of our day doubleheader. A couple of matinees, Spire Academy and Long Island Lutheran going at it in this opener. We pan through this beautiful venue up in Geneva. Rocket Watts on the wall. Raheem Moss, you saw him. Melo Ball was the first man on that wall of legends. 7 turnovers apiece, but Spire Academy's got a 15-point lead, Trey, because they are shooting 68% from the field.
Yeah, I mean, they're just getting into the paint at will. 23 paint points, shooting a high percentage. And I'm going to say this, Max. I mean, only 8 3-point field goal attempts in the first half between the two teams combined. It feels like you're watching a game from the 90s.
Feels like a throwback, and I mean, for Spire, it makes sense that they're going inside more often than not. They've attempted 18 twos to just the 4 threes because it's working. They're getting the exact shots that they want. Somebody looks right at the rim for the likes of Purr and Durkak. I mean, Terrell Davis has maybe been the star of the show so far. He's got 12 points on 4 of 5 from the floor, but I mean, everybody out there has been efficient. Everybody for Spire that's attempted a shot is shooting 50% or better from the field, except Bowie. Bowie's just 2 of 5, only 40% with 7 points.
Come on, Bowie.
They have been sensational. You're not going to lose many games when you shoot 68% from the floor, and you attempt more than twice as many free throws as the opposition. Plus 15 in paint points, 23-8. Lehigh absolutely has their work cut out for them to try to get back. McKnight, 25 points yesterday. Only 2 points here so far in this one. 1 of 4 from the floor. That was tipped on the way. Bowie got a piece. Shot clock at 11. It'll stay with Long Island Lutheran.
Even though they weren't able to come up with that rebound, I mean, watching Spire's defense, it's like watching a shell drill. I mean, all 5 guys are connected. They guard the ball extremely well. There's high level of communication. They fight through screens. It's really impressive to watch from a high school team.
And a great baseline out of bounds leads to an easy field goal for Musakami Sonko. He's into double figures. He's got 10. Joining Caden Allen, who's also got 10.
As soon as I give them a huge compliment, they give up a wide open layup.
Man, the announcer jinx was bound to rear its head at some point this week, and that's the first time. And Purr with the answer on the other end.
And that's the second time we've seen Bowie make incredible pass off the pick and roll action, keeping that dribble alive, extending it out, and finding the roll man.
Purr's got 8 points. Most of his shots come right at the rim, but he's still perfect from the floor. Aiden Allen with a nice runner. They can get him going, get McKnight going. Navasenko's been a pretty consistent force offensively throughout the day. They still got a chance. Tough 2 falls and the foul to go as well. King Gibson just hanging in the air, kisses it off the window.
Just a really good job of being aggressive, coming off of 2-man actions. A little change of direction there, and a really good job of finishing through contact, playing with pace, not allowing himself to be cut off by the drive. Beautiful textbook work there.
Gibson 4 for 4 with 10 points. 12 points yesterday. It was like 2 days ago, back on Friday, their last time out. That was the 3rd foul against Peyton Howell. One man with 3 so far for Lehigh. And he converts it. Perfect 3 and 3 from the line. McKnight trying to shimmy and shake on Durkak. They make you work so hard.
They
you watch
do.
this, I mean, the perimeter defense, their ability to switch, make up ground, couple their feet. I mean, they are quick and they close down windows in a hurry.
To that point, I mean, Durkak is, what, 6'8", McKnight is 6 feet, 6'1". I mean, being able to stay in front when McKnight clearly has the quickness advantage and to slide your feet and force a pull-up contested two. That's really impressive.
Terrell Davis gets downhill. On the way in, the kick out. Bowie. And Proctor's there to clear the rebound. I mean, how much would you love as a college coach looking at these guys from Spire and trying to pick up guys who are so well coached on the defensive side?
Because even if they miss shots, you can count on them coming in as freshmen to play defense.
Here's Durkak with another rejection, his second. David stayed with it. Only drew backboard in the second effort. It's another stop for the Spire defense. Davis, contested floater, doesn't fall. Aiden Allen, the full motor. Will go to the free throw line for his 5th and 6th free throw attempts of the day.
I like the fact that Caden Allen is finding ways to be effective offensively, whether it's moving without the basketball in the half court or getting out in transition. Because, again, against the Spire Academy defense, it's very hard to get good looks when their defense is set and just trying to go one-on-one or off pick and roll. So I like the fact that Allen is trying to be able to be a creator and a scorer and a finisher when Spire's defense is unset.
The interesting note is, it'd say that was a foul on Purr. That would be his 5th. Was still out there for the first free throw, though. He gets subbed out by Ronaldo Tomlin. Lehigh in this game just hasn't been able to force those turnovers and get out and run like they did a day ago. So many buckets in transition against TCA. There's not many live ball situations where Spire will give you a chance to leak out the other way. Durkak steps into a 3, no good. Ronaldo Tomlin left-handed, soft touch, but it somehow swirls out on him. Gets it right back, hangs in the air, the much tougher layup falls.
Beautiful sequence from Ronaldo Tomlin. Started with that dribble up move for Durkak, then crashed the glass offensively, didn't get the roll, and then cut to get the finish.
How about that move? The man who's 6'10", driving in like that. Durkak knifing his way right through the defense. Oh, a knife through butter. And the lead all the way up to 18.
It's just a 6'8" forward being able to find those quick spaces and gaps. See that gap that Durkak attacked right there to get downhill and finish. So good in transition, such a high IQ player.
Seems like Spire just always knows when to put their foot on the gas and get out and run, and when to pull things back, slow it down, and run some half-court sets. Always know when to make the right decision and call. So Spire 10-2, 6-1 in the division. That one loss was a couple weeks ago versus Montford, who sits undefeated in this division right at the top. And then Long Island Lutheran sitting in 4th, a loss today, and they would drop back a level in the division with Brewster Academy. We'll see Oak Hill later on today. We will see TCA as well in the game that follows this one. Just about an hour away. Two teams 2 and 5. Top 5 teams qualify for the tournament coming in the middle of March. Deficit's 18. Just about 13 minutes left to go. I mean, if you're John Buck, what are you saying in this huddle right now for the Crusaders? Because Lehigh is down big.
I think you got to try to take some chances. You know, maybe full court pressure off dead ball situations. You know, a little bit of trapping. But, I mean, it's tough. I mean, this is a well-oiled machine. But you got to try to mix up the rhythm, probably mix up defenses a little bit to see if you can force some turnovers or long rebounds so you get out in transition.
That's going to be a travel. Got his feet up in the air, came right back down with it. Certainly not what they wanted to see after the timeout. That is their 8th turnover. First turnover for either team in the second half. Davis still leads the team with 12 points. Ran it around, right back to him. Could not keep it alive.
Good job of Knight forcing the tough contested 2 off the dribble from Davis. Staying in front, sliding his feet, not allowing Davis to get downhill all the way, which we've seen pretty much all game long.
I don't see too much of McKnight out there today. 2 points on 1 of 2 shooting. He hits the deck and goes down in some pain. He's grabbing at that right ankle. Maybe the calf. See what this was. A man who put up 25 yesterday. We saw a scary cramp yesterday.
Yeah. And this one, I'm not sure is a cramp.
I think he might have rolled his ankle.
Looks like that right foot is kind of on the far side, so we weren't quite able to see it on that angle, but
I'm not sure if that got stuck behind him. Well, been out there for a grand total of 5 minutes today. High school hoops, you get so many of these back-to-backs, and a lot of these teams have their best athletes and best players out there the large majority of the game. We see so many guys go 30, 31, 32 minutes.
As they should be. I mean, they're young. Load management doesn't need to be a thing at 16, 17, or 18 years old.
There is no protecting your draft stock.
Right.
In high school hoops.
Ooh, yeah.
Right foot landed on the foot of Darrell Davis and then just kind of got stuck underneath. That did not look comfortable. It'll be a baseline out of bounds. Lehigh doesn't have a field goal in the last 3 minutes, and that is certainly not something that's going to help their case at mounting a huge comeback. McKnight had 25 of the team's 67 in the 2-point win yesterday. So they haven't scored a bucket in 3 minutes, and it looks like he will head to the locker room. And I hate to speculate, but you wouldn't imagine there would be a need to put him back at any point in this game. But yesterday, they finished the game without a field goal in the last 4 minutes and 16 seconds. That's why that game got so close so late. Hayden Allen is going to be one of the guys counted upon down the stretch now. That's a big bucket. Down to 16. They need to string together some stops, though. It is a much bigger lineup with Proctor in for McKnight. They should be able to hold their own on defense a little better. They will count that bucket and the foul. Durkak into double figures.
I think when you're guarding Durkak, you got to give him a little bit of space because he is so explosive off the bounce. You see Kamisoko really pressuring him. I just think, I would give him a little bit of space because he's not going to be a guy that's going to pull up and shoot off the bounce from 3 at NBA range. So it's kind of a poor read from Kamisoko to allow that dribble drive.
You got 12, 5, and 4. Hayden Allen rejected away with a foul beforehand. Durkak can just lull you to sleep and then blow past you. We've seen him come up with some big blocks today, too. Hayden Allen could have those stretches where he just wants to be the man down the stretch. He certainly can be that. It's a big time buckets. He's got 17 points, nearly half of his team's total. Flipped around. Allen maybe got in David's way.
It's good to see Allen playing better. Over his last 3 games, averaging about 11, 12 per game, shooting under 40% from the field.
1 for 13 yesterday. That's going to go against Story and Ronaldo Comlin. Offensive foul. That'll go down as the first turnover in the third quarter for Spire. Up by 18. I'm sure they were quite frustrated after that 16-point loss to Montford. Evan Boyle's former team. It was a game that got away a little bit towards the end. It was probably much closer than that scoreline would have otherwise indicated. But they've come out with some vengeance since then. Allen, contested shot. Oh, that's highly difficult. Doesn't matter. Sticks a triple.
I mean, for King Gibson, that's as good of a closeout that you're going to get, forcing Allen to basically shoot that thing with one hand. But that's just great shot making.
Allen's got 20 now. A little bit of juice in the legs now for Lehigh. That's a missed three. Good job fouling your own miss, though, but off the side of the glass from Jalen Parker. But they stay right with it. Third chance goes. That's a tough possession to swallow defensively for Lehigh. You force a tough three. Can't get the rebound. Another miss. Kamasoko looking frustrated.
A lot of times as a shooter, you know exactly how you missed it, short or long, and Parker on that one knew that he shot that thing well short and just tracked it down to give Spire a second chance opportunity.
Fifth foul on Spire, so Lehigh in the bonus the next 2 minutes and 8 seconds. Kamasoko 2 of 2 from the line today, making a perfect 3 for 3. He's got 11. And the two Crusaders in double figures. Right, Davids will check out. David's been much more involved today than he was a day ago. Already played 10 more minutes than he logged in game 1 of the weekend. Omar Assam giving him a spell and a break towards the end of this third quarter. Largest lead has been 19. Already 3 Spire players in double figures. Nobody with more than 12. Another very balanced day attacking for one of the best teams in the land. A bad giveaway here, a rare one from Darrell Davis. When you know you're a fundamentally strong team, when I feel like you can almost remember every time they make a mistake like that. Kamasoko doubled in the short corner. They'll give that a lot of space around the perimeter. Allen, tough interior pass. And Henry Beckett in for the first time this weekend, the senior from Dallas. Kamasoko hanging in the air, turning and converting.
Durkak tried to pull a chair on that one, and Kamasoko letting them know about it, saying, you can't guard me.
That is a terrific matchup.
Gotta be careful here, though.
And there is, double technical foul. Look how frustrated King Gibson is with his teammate Aiden Durkak. Those two have been jawing at each other, I mean, most of the day after the whistle earlier in the first half. I think eventually we were probably going to see a moment like this. But at least it's just words.
Yeah, look at the leadership there from King Gibson. Just let him know it's just unnecessary. We've seen Durkak over this weekend make some unnecessary plays like that of, just kind of let your emotions get the best of you. I like the accountability there.
Yeah, especially from, King Gibson's a junior. That's one of your senior leaders.
Right.
You're trying to corral in that moment. Tamper down his emotions. You gotta love to see that if you're a head coach. I know you're probably frustrated at Durkak for the initial tech, but you gotta be pleased with your junior that came over with Coach Boyle from Montford. Kamasoko being more assertive. A couple bodies were on the floor. Is that Kevin Boyle you can hear?
It was somebody from that Spire. And he was telling them to get over here because again, just the extracurricular with Kamisoko. I think at that time it was Jordan Parker. Just, you know, like all these guys, nobody here is the #1 player in the country. No one's a surefire lottery pick in this draft. Like, focus on getting better. Focus on the game. Focus on the things that are actually going to propel your career.
And it is, I think, noteworthy that Spire, this is back-to-back games where, you know, they've been rather blowing out their opponent in the second half, but still things have gotten very chippy. Motion's running high. It's a 14-point game. This is still within reach. Lehigh's been able to outscore Spire in this third quarter, though, just by 1 point. Bodies at the deck behind the play, and that's why the whistle came in. Probably a fortunate break there for Lehigh, because that was potentially going to be a transition opportunity for Darrell Davis and co.
And you think if you're a guy like Parker, not to put him on Front Street, it's like you're trying to earn more minutes. You're trying to get on the floor more, and that's not things that are going to help you get the trust of your coaching staff.
Like we might have had the motion there for an intentional foul. Well, looks like it will be free throws coming out of this. So Jalen Parker, he hit a couple of threes in a short time on the court on Friday. After playing just 1 minute in the game prior. He's now on the board with his first free throw. So flagrant foul goes against Musa Kamisoko. Kamisoko had a tee on one end, a flagrant on the other. He's running a little hot. 5-star junior from Brooklyn, New York. Top 10 player in the junior class. So free throws and possession. As to close out this final minute strong. Davis off the switch. King Gibson, the high archer. Wenchie's off the rim. Gets it right back. The long strides create some space for Parker. Halfway down and out. Get home for the final shot, but Kamisoko wants to call his own number. Draws in two, though. Winding and weaving through Allen, and a late whistle comes in. Always tough to get beyond the reach of Durkak.
And that's where, for Lehigh, having a point guard is so important, where you got to understand in that situation at the end of a quarter, you want to get the last shot. And I don't know if Allen or Kamisoko had any awareness. I mean, they were kind of playing that possession as if it was a normal possession. That's where a point guard comes in, demands the basketball, you hold it, and then you get it into a guy like Kamisoko or Allen's hands for them to get the last shot of the quarter. So, I mean, even in this situation, okay, he makes both of these free throws, but Spire could easily go down and make a three, and you're still -1.
You could see that Purr was back out there. I didn't think he had that many fouls when they said he had 4. He's back on the bench now. They had misassessed one of his fouls. Free throws go. Darrell Davis going all the way coast to coast. Off the glass and good. Oh, Darrell Davis. Oh, 5'10" of the junior. He has been a menace today.
How about this body control? First of all, driving it through contact, then going up against the tree, switching hands mid-air. My goodness.
Darrell Davis, 14 points. That leads the team. There are 3 Spire players at double figures, though. Nike EYBL Scholastic is brought to you by Nike. Just do it. And delivered by Chipotle. Real ingredients, real flavor. Chipotle for real. 16-point lead for Spire as we go to the fourth. They're looking for their 5th straight win.
Introducing Chipotle's new high-protein menu with real chicken, grilled fresh, no antibiotics, no fillers, ever. Starting at $3.50, packed with protein, Chipotle's new high-protein menu is real protein you want to eat. Chipotle, for real.
If there's one thing I've learned in 23 seasons, don't be afraid of rejection. It's the greatest teacher of all time.
Introducing Chipotle's new high-protein menu with real chicken, grilled fresh, no antibiotics, no fillers, ever. Starting at $3.50, packed with protein, Chipotle's new high-protein menu is real protein you want to eat. Chipotle, for real.
$16-point advantage for Spire Academy. They look to move to 8-2 in the Nike EYBL Scholastic. Kevin Boyle had to burn an early timeout when they trailed 7-2. The script sits down is it all about the home team. 14 points from Davis, 12 apiece from Turkak and Gibson. Even the big men today, and Purr and Ronaldo Conway with 8 and 6 apiece. So well balanced. Not a team that, I mean, foul trouble you wouldn't think would ever really pose too big of a problem to Ralph Davis. So he did stop and start.
And he's so explosive at the rim, too, for 5'10". I mean, he can really get up there.
One of his better offensive performances, 6 of 9, 16 points. And a travel. Lehigh gives up a layup, and then they turn things over.
It's a great switch out from Davis. That double pin down for Allen. Davis came out and completely blew up that play and forced Allen to travel.
Davis had 17 points in his last 2 games combined. Got plenty of time, 7+ minutes to surpass that total in just his performance today. He can do it right here. It's fires on the mid-range, Jay. Not like Lehigh's offense has been too poor. They're shooting at 41%. Driving down the baseline. Oh! What a denial midair. Henry Beckett was going up for the poster.
I mean, this is good shot fake, but you got to understand who you're going up against if you're Beckett. You can go off of 2 feet and get you an easy one.
Another turnover. Davis the other way. And to the free throw line as he draws the foul. Not Christian Proctor. Davis, I mean, he's a kid who's a junior, not yet committed. Offers from Mississippi State, Providence, Florida State, Maryland, West Virginia, and some others. 4-star player, but he is surrounded by stars. Yeah. And at times, I'm sure that's going to be tough mentally, knowing, hey, maybe you're not always getting yours. But 10, 6, and 8 last game, 7 and 5 the day before.
Yep.
And today he's showing out in the scoring column.
He is, and I mean, he's just a steady force. I mean, you look at his assist-to-turnover ratio numbers, 2.1 on the season. He averages 2.3 steals per game, so gets it done defensively. He's just the perfect point guard that you want at this level.
Proctor split the defense and then got tripped up. Look like they got Durkak for that foul. Looks like he actually might have gotten himself for the foul.
Yeah.
And went immediately in the air. It's nice when you see somebody admit it. You don't see that too often.
Yeah, I mean,
I'd say nowadays, but maybe not ever.
There's good fouls. I mean, if you foul somebody on the floor to avoid a layup and you're not in the bonus, it's a good foul. So long as you're not in foul trouble.
Yeah, I mean, maybe the most intelligent foul of the weekend has been that one that Peyton Howell committed.
Yeah.
Against Miles with under a second to go with a 3-point lead around half court yesterday. Went under the radar, but that was very high basketball
carry
IQ
on that
play.
one.
That'll be a turnover.
That was a close one. I thought that was the right call, though. I mean, it's a good try to kind of like hesitate and string out the dribble to see what you can have on the weak side. We've seen Gibson a handful of times be able to hit the roller on that same action, but it was a good call by the official because he held that ball for at least a half a second.
Yeah, that's got to be egregious. You feel like them to call it. I think that was. Allen off the shot fake, no good. Gibson the look ahead. Durkak looming and laying it home.
As soon as Durkak closed out on the jump shot, he was off and running, and that was a great read to get him the ball in transition.
Thomas Soko right through, just slipped by the defenders and gets the bucket to go. He is a blur.
He's so good and athletic in transition. Again, it's a nice catch, nice finish, right hand on the left side of the basket.
Thomas Soko gets it to go. 13 of 15 today as a team from the line. That's 87%. There was 59%. They struggled, and so did TCA from the line, and the sample was huge yesterday. Game was turned into a foul fest. Terrell Davis, bucket away from getting 20 points. Durkak from the corner. Second chance, oh, denied away by Essam. They'll stay here, though. Spire, they're never in a rush unless they think they've got you beat. That's the only time they'll ratchet up the pace, and it usually works.
And being especially deliberate right now with this lead. Really good job.
Gibson rises
to the last second.
Allen that short. Down 19, less than 5 to go now. Thomas Soko loves to operate with his back to the bucket. Turns around and throws it off the heel.
See Davis telling Durkak, slow down. We got the lead. We're up by 20 points in 4 minutes. Let's hold this thing for 25 seconds and then get a shot.
Yeah, Davis being defended by Thomas Soko. Second straight possession. Durkak spinning on Davis. Gets all the way to the cup. Durkak up to 16 points. He's been unstoppable this weekend. He got the big man on him and knew he had the moves and the wheels to get beyond his reach.
So much Modest Buzelis in Durkak's game. Just able to put the ball in the bounce. So crafty with the dribble and different moves, and so athletic as well. He plays with great balance, which you don't normally see from a thin 6'8" forward.
Did he just say my bad to Davis?
He did, because he was in transition. He was calling for the ball, and that's what Davis was telling him to slow down. Like, dude, we're in a position where we're up by 20 points with 5 minutes to go. Like, chill out for a second. And then it ended up in his favor, and he's like, "Ah, yeah, my bad. I know I should have waited," and I ended up getting the bucket at the end of the shot clock.
You know, the game and the season are going well when you got guys apologizing after making buckets in a blowout game. Chipotle Nationals looming on the horizon, about a month and a week away from a trip down to Hamilton Southeastern High School in Fishers, Indiana. April 1st through the 4th. 10 teams for the boys, 6 teams for the girls. It all comes down to both championships being played on that April 4th day. Day 2 through 4 you could find on ESPN platforms. There's like a game so far where you could just have your pick of a lot in terms of potential players in the game. Terrell Davis has 18 points, 5 rebounds, a couple assists. Got 4 fouls right now. Durkak's got 16 points, 5 rebounds, 4 assists. They've both been filling up the stat sheet over the last couple of games. Lehigh, the offense is now dipped below 40% shooting from the field. They just can't get stops on the defensive end either. I mean, Spire is well on their way to shooting above 55%, 3 games in a row. Sitting on 58 right now. And it's a day where they haven't needed to rely on the 3-ball at all. 3 for 7. Layup doesn't go for Danko Green, who was perfect in game 1 this weekend. Getting in some run time and his 21-point affair.
And now they're just running like 4 corners motion, just trying to stall some time and then attacking the last 10 seconds of the clock.
Davis draws in 2. Danko Green penetrates. Oh, the step through, and he scoops and scores. Came from Montford, his first year at Spire. He's having his best weekend. Caden Allen, you're always going to get an effort until the final whistle from that young man. This is what I mean when I say that Aiden Durkak could do it all. He's adjusting the signage on the baseline now. Not sure we might see him, you know,
floor maintenance after the game.
Yeah, wiping the floor after somebody falls. Quintessential stat sheet stuffer in every column. Aiden Durkak, he was the player of the game for Spire a couple days ago. King Gibson, again, not many shots. He's getting the job done. 12 points on 4-5 from the floor. Terrell Davis driving past Powell, floats it up over the tall defender. Omisoko up ahead. Peyton Howell. A little bit of goaltend.
The ball's in his cylinder.
Caden Allen, no. Another chance. And Christian Proctor will have free throw. Durkak might have caught a break here.
Yeah, I
this
think
was
that
not
was
called goaltending.
Yeah, exactly what I said.
definitely goaltending here. I thought that ball hit still on the cylinder, yeah.
Tough to not be on the cylinder because it had just contacted the rim right before he hit it away. Final game of the regular season next weekend. And you get into the conference tournament and then Chipotle Nationals. If you're going to try to knock off this Spire Academy team, and what's your course of action? What's your strategy?
I think there's a couple things that come to mind. I think you want to bait them into taking 3-pointers as much as possible. Look at the attempts today. They've only shot 7 3-point field goals. So I don't think Lehigh has done a great job with that. And I think spacing offensively is so important because they're such a well-oiled machine. You got to have picture-perfect spacing on all of your actions, whether it's one-on-one, post-ups, or pick and rolls.
Either game for them on their home court this weekend has been close. Beat Cats by 32 a couple days ago. I think this one by 19. Their Cat got to go. Shot clock dwindling. They get it down low, off in time, and they'll count the bucket. Ronaldo Comlin right at the horn. That was tight. I'll say that he was fouled too, so, and one.
Why this team is so good? It could be anybody's night. I mean, Ronaldo Comlin, only 6 points tonight, but 2 days ago, it was his night against Cats. 16 points, 9 rebounds, 7 of 9 from the field. He has 8 now, but it can, with Davis, Gibson, they just have so many threats where, you got to be selfless in this type of team because it could be a star on any given night.
Yeah, Ronaldo Comlin, his 2 games prior to today, you add them together, that's 16 minutes a pop, so 32 minutes. That's a full game. Peyton Howell with the jumper. And he had 28 points over that stretch.
Yeah.
He's made his minutes count. Not that they came into this game complacent at all, but maybe they needed that quick little punch to be absorbed in the first couple minutes. A little wake-up call.
Yeah, a little poke with the bear.
Down 7-2 and the turnovers. Ronaldo Comlin. Extra exclamation point to finish this day. Still up by 20 plus. You got Aiden Durkak trying to create a turnover, dive it into the front row.
It's definitely worth mentioning as we saw him getting some ice there on the sideline. Jamal McKnight had that injury, only took, I believe, 2 shots. The entirety of this game, only played 6 minutes. So Lehigh definitely missed him, but it was good to see Allen, 7-14, 24 points, kind of get back into rhythm.
Yeah, they need McKnight, especially on the offensive end. 25 points yesterday. You hope that he is back and healthy come next week. But he was a revelation yesterday. His three-point shooting started 4 of 4. Then the one miss he had, you can remember it because it looked like it was almost 3/4 of the way down. Proctor's going to hoist it up there, a prayer. Alex Mabbitt out there and played a couple minutes in the win on Friday. Spire scores 66 points a game. They're up at 76 today. This is pretty much exactly what they give up, though. 55.5 points allowed per contest. That's the second best mark defensively in the Nike EYBL Scholastic. Just 55 allowed today. Out into the corner, 3-ball. Nico Green doesn't get it. That's a great outlet pass up ahead for Kamasoko. It's much ado about nothing, but Kamasoko's up to 19 points. And that is how this one will conclude. Perfect weekend for Spire Academy. They get their 5th straight win. They have responded resiliently after that early February loss to Montford. Shot 57% from the floor today. They shot 56% 2 days ago. This team is so consistent. Aiden Durkak, a big part of it, offensively and defensively. Couple steals, had a couple blocks too. 16, 6, and 4 after he put up 20 48 hours ago.
Showing you why he's one of the most versatile players in the Scholastic League. Can shoot the basketball at a high clip, gets downhill in transition, makes great reads in the half court, can rebound and finish. Just the complete package of a player.
Aiden Durkak. He was phenomenal yet again. He brings so much energy and emotion. How about this pass? And then how about the finish, too? Don't forget about this one from Bowie. I'm not sure he was looking at the rim
double
when he shot that
play.
That was ridiculous. So was this move against the big man. You put somebody small on him, he could shoot over the top. You put somebody big on him. And there's the apology after the bucket as well. Just for that kind of day, that kind of kid, Aiden Durkak, the senior, going to Providence. 76-55, the final. Spire Academy gets the win. They had a great weekend here on their home court in front of the home faithful in Geneva, Ohio. We're back with the finale of the weekend in just about 30 minutes.